That's shoulder measurement. So taking my bust, so I'm going to take it, so from here, I'll place my tape there. Remember, if you measure yourself as a lady, please make sure you have worn your underwear, worn your basic underwear. If you know you want to snatch, you want to do any other thing, just make sure you are wearing what you know will make your dress come out fine. If you want to use push-up or any extra whatever it is you want to use, make sure you are wearing it before you measure. If you want to snatch up, if you want to wear your what's it called, if you're wearing gidu and all of that, please wear before you measure, so that your clothes comes in the way you really want it to come. So now here, nipple point is going 10, under bust is going 13.5. Now I can measure down to where my waistline is. My waistline is right, it's my waistline. Then from there I take it round. Now remember, I don't put my 2 fingers at the time, because it will give me too much ease. So you basically just put, if it's this finger you're putting, this particular one you're using holding the tape, just put it. Don't make it too much either, so that it stays well, right? So listen, if you want it tight, you want it firm, please measure it in that manner. Now I just have this one here. Listen it. Now if I want to measure my hip, the same way, I take it down to my hip. So I take it down. I try to tuck in this so that you can understand where the waist. So from, remember this, from this to under the bust, so right, this is where I put my trouser, because I like it above my stomach area. Then my hip, where you have the fullness of the hip, are you seeing? This is where it's protruding. That's where you are going to measure. So from here you can have 27.5. Let me measure the hip round, right? The fullness of the hip, that is where you measure. The fullness of the hip. You can take your tape easily. So if you don't want too much ease, you want it really firm, you place it like that, right? You place it like that, and you make it really firm, so that it's just a finger. It's enough for the ease. Are you seeing it? Right? So you can take it up, basically you can take it down. It's not too loose, and if you want it loose than this, also indicate. So that's that about the hip. Now if you are doing a long gown, a gown top, depending on where you want your gown to be, you indicate. It does not matter. Before you've captured the under bust, right? If you want a full gown length, please indicate. You can just just firmly, just firmly. You stop like this, and then you see what I'm doing. Okay, your short, if it's above the nail, it's 40. Below the nail, it's going 44. If you want 3/4, 45, 46, 47. Now if you want a full gown, just press on it straight down all the way 60. And if you want it really long, so much that it covers your leg and then it's just following you, it's flowing, you indicate the number of inches you want it to be by raising your heel up, right? You can do that by just raising your heel up this way, this way, this way, this way. So with that, you can tell how long you want it to be. This is 60. Then if it's extra 2 inches more, you can just put the tape down like this to indicate how long you really want it. So basically that's how to do your basic measurement. Then for the sleeve, there's some areas you need to pay attention to, like for this thing, nipple to nipple, right? Nipple to nipple. Talked about the nipple points the other time. From nipple to nipple. Then for your sleeve area, from here, from that joint, you place it, just make it straight. You can tell where you want the length to be. If it's 3/4, if it's a long length, right? So one thing you want to pay attention to is if it's the long sleeve. One thing you need to know is if you are making a long sleeve, then you should measure here, because you're going to wear the sleeve like this, right? So you measure. You don't just measure the roundness of your wrist alone. Certainly there is an opening or there is a zip to get that, you get the 7. But if I measure 7 here, I might not be able to fit into the sleeve that way. Now here is giving me 9, because I'm going to wear it from my fingers, my palm. So wherever you want to sew a sleeve, make sure you measure the roundness of your palm. So you're going to wear like this. Another thing is you measure the fullness of the upper arm. You know, some people or you might have a full arm on the upper side. So it's part of the basic measurements you need to take. Just place your tape, round it, and go, right? Just place your tape round it like so, like this. It does not have to be tight. Then your 3/4 or your short length. Make sure, right? Make sure you can do like this. Not like it's too tight that you're not comfortable with, except maybe the material is a stretchy material and then it just stretches effortlessly, right? So that's our basic measurement. And another thing for people who have deep back, what I suggest you do is the center, see this bone, you place your tape, and then you just run your hand through to where how deep the back gets to. Now why this measurement is good is because you follow it on your fabric, on the paper. Because also I'm working with paper, because that is where we can do all those darts that contours certain areas on our clothes, right? So for my own is here. You see what I did? Let me face the camera. You see it? Mine's coming out 16. So it's very important for zip bulge, because some people, they have very curvy back. So as you're measuring, the tape is entering. See that spot is touched before the the hip side protrude. That is what we measure. Let me face the camera one more time, right? So basically, now if you are measuring trouser, if you want to sew a trouser, you start with, like, we that like our trouser above the stomach area. You start your measurement from just by the side, right? From here you can tell the hip line, you can tell your lap, then you measure the waistband. The waistband of trouser is not the same as the waistband of skirt, because it depends on what you want. Some make their own is above the half length. To tell you the, like, how high they want it, high waist trouser. So you see, this one is giving me 29. That's it. Normal my waist is 30, but because of this region I'm putting it, it has become small. So do you get the trick? So if for every design or every pattern you're making, make sure you measure. Make sure you measure those necessary areas. Don't assume that the waist is always don't assume. Then the lap basically, just run, right? It's not have to be too fitted, except it's a stretchy material that fits in effortlessly. Then the half length, measure the half length. Then the ankle where I made, what I like to measure it here. You seen it? You want to measure the ankle, measure it like this, because you're going to wear like this. Do you get? You're going to wear like this, right? So that thing is really big. So basically, then skirts, just measure how long your skirt, you want your skirt, how short. That's it. So working on paper. Why? Because of some contours and some dots you need to close on paper before transferring to fabric. So I hope this is not so difficult. Let me know in the comment section. Thank you.